Hey everybody, welcome to Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
This is the show where we review a comic that came out last week and then give you our recommendations for books that are coming out this week on Wednesday. Today we reviewed Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, Volume 2, Number 1, written by Jerry Conway with art by Ryan Stegman. And okay, this is a universe where everybody got what they wanted who hated One More Day. That's all I can really say. This was a really fun book that I had a great time reading. But that said, the question is, did it bring anything new to the table? And right now, the new things are cosmetic. All the villains are revamped and reimagined and redesigned. The universe itself is like you remember it, only with a modern storytelling spin on it. You'd assume that Jerry Conway, who's been writing Spider-Man since the 70s, might have kind of like an old school feel, but in fact, Conway's been writing comics since the 70s and up until today, and he wrote the new Carnage series for a while, and he has been just really killing it. No pun intended, of course, given it's Carnage. But the dude has been growing and adapting to the new experience of reading comics and writing comics, and as such, this is a legitimate new book that harkens to some classic Spider-Man, but it doesn't live in the past, despite the fact the book is cemented in the past. It's set today, even though it's paying homage to things that happened 20 years ago. It's pretty cool. I've got to say, for me, the standout is Ryan Stegman's art, which is phenomenal.
Yes.
I love Ryan Stegman's art. He jumped into this universe when he did Superior Spider-Man, and when he left the title, I think Superior Spider-Man suffered as a result because the book looked fantastic. But I was looking forward the most to seeing Stegman's art on classic Spider-Man suit, and I was not disappointed. What'd you guys think of the art?
It's gorgeous. Like, there's a moment where there's one panel where Spider-Man's web snaps, and it's just really pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That
I
one?
do,
And
yeah.
they're like, yeah, he does a really good job of like drawing Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man's like, he's a little gangly, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it just works.
Yeah.
I liked all the characters. I especially liked the villains that he was facing.
Yeah.
Even though the Scorpion's tail was massive, I thought it was a cool choice. Just the fact that, like, that's his most dangerous aspect, so, like,
Yeah.
make it huge.
Yeah, make it double the size of his body.
But the characters were cool, especially the Moloids.
Oh yeah, the Moloids look fun. The redesign for Mole Man was great. And what'd you guys think of Mary Jane's Spider-Woman costume?
I loved it.
I like it. Every time I see someone's face exposed, I'm like, why? Why can't it be covered?
Yeah.
I really like the Gwen Stacy Spider-Gwen.
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 I love her costume. I love the fact that it almost harkens to Elastigirl's first costume.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a totally different spin on a spider individual's
Yes.
costume. I love the fact that on the bottom of her hand she has the webbing look. Like, I was like, I haven't seen that before.
No,
like,
I've never
it's
seen
white
that.
here and then the red here.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool. I like the little shoes. I like the whole thing. I like it.
I like the look of white and red.
Yeah.
Now, what do you guys think of Annie Mae?
I don't know her well enough yet, but like, I like her as a child.
Yeah.
I love the combination of Peter Parker's personality and Mary Jane in her.
Yes.
Like, the fact that she is impetuous, the fact that she doesn't want to wait, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's a perfect blend of their worst qualities that make them great, you know what I mean? Like, to take those two factors and put them into a child, I'm like, this kid is adorable and has to be impossible.
Right, to deal with.
Yes.
I really like Annie Mae as a character, but I think she is the weak part for me in this book. I really want to see her be a little bit more competent because she grew up with spider powers, because she has Spider-Man as a dad. I get the feeling that she would be a little bit more better equipped to handle situations, and the fact that she's immediately taken out is... It's a disappointment. I want to see her kicking some butt.
Yeah, okay.
And I guess we're going to have to get to that.
It's the Mole Man. Like, and while, yes, you scoff at the Mole Man,
Oh, we scoff.
I'm just saying, like, it's not like she was faced with a, you know, like a bully, or, you know what I mean, something like that, where she very easily could overtake them.
That's true.
You know, like no superhero, in my opinion, like when they first come on the scene, should know exactly what they're doing regardless of that. It's why Robin has to train.
Yeah.
You know, it's why all sidekicks have to be mentored. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just because she had Peter Parker as a dad doesn't mean that, like, she has the training necessary to go into the field. I don't think that Spider-Man would be training her to be a hero as much as he'd be training her to be responsible.
Spider-Man has had a daughter for almost 20 years, and her name's May.
Right.
And she is her own spider person, and she's got a whole slew of characters and continuity and backstory and everything. So we're seeing a new Spider-Girl, a new daughter for Spider-Man, in a totally different character, and nobody could capture what it must be like to be Spider-Man's daughter like someone who has been writing Spider-Man for the better part of 30 years. And that's Jerry Conway. He really delivers on a character that we don't really have all the story for that character yet. We don't have a full, clear picture of Annie May. But I'm confident in the character that is within it as far as the writing goes. You know what I mean? Like, I think that Annie May can become a really fun character, and I think that there is... The Conway's holding out on us.
There's potential.
A lot of that. Yeah, I think there is a lot of potential for her character.
Oh, yeah.
So is it a recommend? Can we recommend this book? Do you guys like it enough to read issue 2?
Yeah, I would like to see where it's going.
Oh, I definitely would read issue 2. And I think it's a recommend for anyone who is longing for that nostalgia. I mean, right now, Marvel's pushing, you know, it was all new, all different. And it was Marvel now, and it was just all new. Everything's got to be new.
Everything's got to be shifted,
right?
Yeah.
And like this is something where they're like, no, we're gonna go back.
Yeah, this is familiar.
Bit. Yeah, like it's like let's like a throwback Thursday all the time at Marvel when it comes to this book. And I think that if you're longing for that, you definitely should check this out. And if you're at all interested, if you didn't read Spider-Man before this.
Yeah, this is like, actually a really great context-wise
right, like it's an interesting place to, even if you just pick up the first issue, just to get an idea of what people think of Spider-Man when they think of Spider-Man in the past.
That's true. Yeah, anybody who's been complaining about the last several years of Spider-Man, the last decade, I guess.
Yeah.
This is the book to show people, this is what I've been missing.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that like everyone's gonna like it, you know what I mean? But it's to give you context.
Yeah. How'd you guys like Code Green?
I thought it was great.
You gotta get here. It's Code Green. Yeah. And at first I was like, oh my god, are they trying for another kid? Is that the idea? And it's like, no, they're just trying to get a minute. And I'm like, fair enough.
Put her down. I was like, oh, green means go. I thought green meant goblin.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. And I was like, oh,
that was hilarious.
That's
I
delightful.
also love that Jameson is quitting smoking.
I know.
And then he's got the little peppermint stick in his mouth.
And they had the he has like a cup of coffee, I guess, and that's like billowing with steam to indicate like the absence of like the smoke that's usually filling the room.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, a lot of great like little touches in this book.
Yep.
For me, I have to recommend Superman number 11, if only because it was recommended to me by Jason Inman of DC All Access and Zhao In. He got to read it a week early. I hate him for it because I can't wait to read this damn thing. It's Superman number 11 from Peter J. Tomasi, Patrick Gleason, and Mick Gray. It's part 2 of the story In the Name of the Father, which I'm sure is probably going to be a 2-part story in which Superman and Batman send their kids to what they call boot camp. What that means can only be left to my imagination for at least another day. I can't wait to see Damian and John try and work together, and it'll be a great little prelude to the Super Son series by Peter J. Tomasi that's coming out in the future. So it just looks fantastic. And of course, Mick Gray's art is phenomenal, so I can't wait to see where this goes.
Alright guys, so this week, Doctor Strange number 14 is coming out, still written by Jason Aaron with art by Chris Bachalo. We are continuing through Doctor Strange's Rogues Gallery in the wake of the Last Days of Magic. This week we're going to be checking out Satana and Master Pandemonium, so I'm very excited. I love the cover for it. It involves a diner. I hope we actually see that in the book, but if we don't, I like the image on the front. And then I'm also over on Image. I just want to give a shout out to Reborn number 2. That's the Mark Miller written, Greg Capullo drawn book, which deals with life after death and what happens, and it involves crazy like sci-fi fantasy world, and I just cannot wait to see what Capullo's gonna put on the page. The story's also fun, but I can't wait for the art. So I don't know, if you're on board for that, if you're wondering what Capullo's doing, go check it out.
So my recommendation for this week is a little silly, but oh my god, I love it. He-Man Thundercats number 2, written by Rob David with art by Freddie Williams II. I have no idea what's going on here, but it takes 2 fantastic series that I loved when I was a kid, puts them together and just has an all-out wonderful time where He-Man is trying to battle, like, all of the villains that are happening. Like, there's a giant crossover, and you've got, like, Skeletor and Mumra and Evil Lyn and Jackalman, and oh my god, it's gonna be so fantastic. And then who shows up to save the day? Freaking Thundercats! Ah! This, like, just gets me right in my nostalgia bone. So, I think you should pick this up. Definitely check it out, because I'm gonna be.
And there you have it, everybody. That was Off the Rack this week. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and we'll see you guys next week with another episode. I am Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.